Alright, and hello and welcome back to the Pale Beyond, and we continue with our journey and hopefully survival of the camp and the crew. And things are getting really dire here because we need to ensure enough supplies for the winter that is to come, where we probably won't can go out and hunt or do anything to gather more supplies. So it's becoming a real challenge now. But yeah, we try to come by. Really need to look into that one because it's been going down there for some time now. We really need to be careful. Right, let's go on. Kurt, do I seem afraid of the sled dogs, that is? Well, are you? No. Have you ever owned a dog as a pet? No. My family does own several cats. Ha! I'd be more afraid of those clawed beasties before I feared a little pup. I suppose you're right. That Kurt doesn't know what he's on about. Lost in his own little world, he is. Must think it's still 30 years ago. Man begged and pleaded to even be here, just to feel important. Alright, let's pet the dogs. A small group of emperor penguins have waddled near to camp. You notice Mr. Claus and Mrs. Claus studying them closely. Look, dear. Abtenodites, how extraordinary. Astounding. This must be the first sightings of their rookery. Doctor, anything we can do for you? Let's go here first. Feed the furnace? No, that's the wrong one. We need engineers. Let's go here. Let's get some crew away from the freezing. Good stuff. Good stuff. Enter the request tent. Okay, so how does it look right now? He is freezing. Scientists, we got one frostbite. Okay, we need to care about that one. We got one freezing. Got more free malnourished freezing. Let's take requests. Go. Well, here we go. An emperor penguin waddles into the tent. Squawk. Templeton looks too confused. Captain, he watches you carefully. Captain, that Hammond has quite the temper on him. He's one to dig his heels in at any opportunity. We have enough time before winter. We should focus on hunting. You've been thinking it over, so I feel I should state my case one more time. Very well, I'll take your suggestion under consideration. Kurt puffs his chest out as a smile forms on his face. I knew you'd see sense, Captain, sooner or later. Emperor Penguin waddles into the tent. Squawk. Templeton looks unamused. Ridiculous. Captain, we need to talk about last week. I'm telling you, we won't last if we don't hunker down for winter starting next week. I'll consider it, Hammond. Let's play night with both of them. Good. Don't be listening to that washed-up old fool. Another penguin. Shoot! Mr. Claus, Captain, a truly urgent request. Well, perhaps not urgent, but well, when inspiration strikes. Collect yourself, Mr. Claus. Right, well, this is the perfect opportunity to write up a proper study on the birds of this region. I ask that some of the science team be allowed this week to write up our findings. That may risk us losing the opportunity to harvest as many of them for resources as possible. Fish there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got 2 of them. Thank you, Captain. The history books will smile on you for this. Oh, hey, look at this. That's rather nice. Arf. Calm, Stanberry. You're just curious of our presence here. Arf, arf. You hear a long penguin call. It's still calling. Okay, it goes on. Your baby penguin sneeze. It's still sneezing. Achoo! Okay, what do we get down here? The penguin's squawking. Right, how does this go? Make a decision regarding the penguins. Let's first feed the furnace a little. That's 6 there. Let's throw in another one. Right. Push pot. So the smaller ones, let's put in those. Good. This should suffice for now. Okay, what can we do? Make a decision regarding the penguins. How's the crew looking? They're all good. He's malnourished. He's freezing. He's freezing as well. Let's see. Assign crew to hunting the entire colony. Oh, we need 6 crew. Oh, wow. Do we get that? Freezing. Yorick third. You go. There's none left, huh? The entire remaining crew set to slaughtering the colony. Oh. Oh. Did their research stop now? They're deployed. You salvage a penguin carcass. The cold has kept the meat preserved. Oh, hey, that's awesome. Look at it. Nice dogs. Do you not have work to do, child? What are their names? The one you're petting, that's Maxwell. That's a person's name, innit? Are they all that boring? No. Arf. Eyeing up my dinner, are ya? You ain't getting a sniff of this. Get running back to your master. Arf. Alright, just a bite. Those two were bickering again over dinner. Hammond and Kurt? Both of them are talking shite. Someone should talk to them. I know when a punch-up is brewing. Seems Kurt and the moleman are still going at it. Not surprised. The chief doesn't bend in disagreements. Maybe he should. A simple apology would allow us to return to our work without issue. What makes you believe Hammond should be the one apologizing? Common sense. Okay, so we just got one scout left. Let's go in here. Kurt and Mr. Hammond are still at odds, I see. The engineer and the navigator butting heads. That's not a good sign, is it? You're a smart man, Doctor. I'm sure they'll reach a peaceful agreement in time. I would hope so. There's no need to worry. This will pass. Okay, let's put, where is he? Demoralized. We'll go in there. Captain, I was playing with Cordell's dogs earlier. I think when I return home, I'm going to get myself a pet. Not a dog, though. Maybe an exotic bird, like a parrot. There's that optimism. Good to hear. Better than worrying about what I can't control, right? I can only speculate on what's happening thousands of kilometers away. And speculation does me no good. Captain, I realized something. Enough time has passed now. My family, they'll know something went wrong. My father must be mortified. My mother, I can't imagine how worried she must be. I'm certain your father is more concerned for his son, and he's mortified. Yes, of course. But he pointed me in the direction of this expedition. That must weigh heavy. Here's demoralization. Let's do this. Right, we need to send out the scout. Captain, there's a matter I wish to bring to your attention. I intend to train one of the crew to handle the kennel in case well, if the worst should occur. I do not wish the crew left without a kennel master. A good idea, Cordell, but let us hope it doesn't come to that. Thank you. I will ensure someone suitable is chosen. But we will speak more on this later. This is your time of rest, correct? The dogs need their rest, as do I, as do you. I've been thinking, Shaw. If this expedition is indeed the end of the line for Kurt Darling, I wonder how they'll speak of me when I fail to return. What will the newspapers say? They'll herald your return, and nothing more. Don't lose faith. Ever the optimist, Captain. Suppose I should think the same, for the crew's sake at least. Funny, isn't it? No matter what you do in life, you never get to see your own legacy. Phew, that's some wise words. Was thinking, if I die, the crew's fucked. My work would be wasted if I end up going under. Captain, if I go, you better keep them alive. I'm not keen on dying for nothing. I'll keep everyone alive. That includes you, Hammond. Aye, nice to think of that. But you know how tough that task is. Still, I trust ya. Better than most on the ice. Oh, a good evening to you, Captain. Apologies for the distraction. I was enjoying a textbook. Anything interesting? This was the first textbook I ever read when entering the field of botany. I'm more than familiar with it, front to back. Still, it's more than beneficial to reacquaint myself with my field of expertise, particularly when I have spent such time now removed from it. What caused you to pursue botany as a study? A fascination with a class of life form that predates us by millennia and will survive us by millennia. Do you know why plant life interests me to this degree, Captain? Enlighten me. Plants' primary goal is to ensure the continued survival of their species. Yet the plant is stationary, vulnerable. What I find truly impressive is how they have developed to take advantage of their circumstance. They take advantage of the actions of others to ensure their own existence. Take your average apple tree, for instance. Birds come, they feast upon the fruit, and the seeds stored within scattered to the ground, ensuring another will grow. Quite ingenious system, is it not? A form of life so seemingly simple has outsmarted just about every other species that would otherwise cause it harm. They adapt, as all things do. They don't see that as anything special. They have been adapting for much longer than anything else. I find that more than remarkable. Plants have more power than we give them credit for, Captain. Half the crew pine for a substance thousands of kilometers away that can't grow here. Well, I assume this topic is quite a bore for you. I won't keep you any longer, Captain. Okay, let's see. Can we just go one scout? So you go ahead. Alright, that's all we do for now. That was a good one. Don't know how long it lasts, but maybe this will keep us through winter. So maybe we don't want to use that up right now? That's another decision. Alright, let's go on. Did everything right? Yeah. Here we go. Cured of their malnourishment, crew will develop freezing. Starvation. We can't allow the hit on this though. I hate these bucket sliders. No, we can't do it like that. Let's keep it up for now. I don't know. See what happens. Cured of the frostbite, that's good to know. No longer malnourished. Oh no. Okay. That shouldn't be a problem, I think. Going to the next week. Week 16. 5 weeks at second camp. Still some decorum hit there. Maybe we just turn it off. I don't know if we can't do that. It's so hard to get that up. Because you have no opportunity to do so. It'd be so much better if we could actually use those guys as well, but you can't. Okay, what's happening? Kasha charges into the tent. Captain Templeton, you're out of breath. What is it? It's Kurt and Hammond. They're about to knock each other out. Come quick. She bolts out the tent. This is to see to it, Captain. Oh, here we go. We rush over to the commotion near the boiler. Do you have any idea how much you're jumping the gun? I know how much you bloody want to keep playing in the snow. Playing? I take my work as seriously as you. You don't actually believe that, do you? Fine, we'll do things your way. No preparations, no stockpiling. We can all starve to death, but sooner, greater dear. You're not going to get any more prep waiting around. We need to hunker down. Just like feeling useful, and you don't want it to stop. You don't care about the lives on the line. Of course I do. I have experience on the ice. I know the dangers of winter. You're just too stubborn to do anything any way but your own. And when you don't get your way, you make a big song and dance about it. You can't help yourself. You're a bloody glory hound, always looking to be the big man. Not hard. Sorry that you can't never be the big man. Watch it. It's clear this could quickly turn ugly. Don't be asking for dinner and a show. What in the hell's going on here? Kurt and Hammond notice you. Kurt eyes you before scanning the audience that has assembled. You're going to get us killed, you idiot. I'm not the only one who agrees with this course. Then get them killed. Get yourself killed. I don't care what you do. Wait. They sort themselves out. If you let them. I don't think so. That's enough, both of you. The two refuse to listen. Continue the argument. I think you can just come marching into the middle of the camp and... Kurt laughs. Marching? Yeah, unlike you, it only takes me a few steps. Cane and all. You could have brought this up in private, but nah. Men like you can't survive without an audience, can ya? I'm trying to be reasonable, Hammond. This is just like the ship. You're incapable of considering anyone else's point of view. Everyone else's point of view isn't 10 foot off the ground and still out their own home. Wow. For such a short man, I thought you'd be above name calling, Hammond. I told you to watch it. You're being heartless, Hammond. Heartless? I'm the one bloody playing it safe. Kasha turns to you. Cap, aren't you going to do something? Grimly break them up now. He wouldn't step in. Step between the two, man. You step in between the men, breaking the pair up before things grow physical. Captain, this is between me and the engineer. Out of my way, Captain. I'm not done. No, you are. Return to your stations or else. Stop to this now. Do either of you have this crew's interest at heart, or are you just eager for scrap? After the exchange, both men looked to each other wearily, their aggressions taken out. Two of them left only with a glow of shame from their actions. health. That certainly could have gone better. Despite his jovial command, Kurt is unable to bring a laugh to anyone, including himself. Two of you are going to shake hands and work together this instant. They look at each other. Now. They reluctantly shake hands. Two men let out weary sighs, almost in unison. This is a waste of everyone's time. Clean yourselves up. Walk away, making your way to your tent. The two men left to wallow in their shame. As you walk away, you're stopped by Templeton. Stepping in yourself, Captain, it's unbecoming. You should have exercised your authority proper, not got physically involved. Just set an example for the rest of the crew. They should follow it going forward. I see. I can respect that view, Captain. We best hope that the crew indeed follow your example. I'm concerned they will instead expect you to act on their behalf. Whew, that was exciting, to say the least. Sign a crew for interview. You go on there. Gives it a little bit of decorum back, which is great. The Mad Bay. Why is he freezing, though? What did he do? But he could heal himself, though, right? Frostbite and frostbite. Let's see how that works. Okay, we're putting you in there. The furnace. She needs fuel for the week. Can he heal himself? That would be funny. I don't have any more freezing, right? No. Yeah, well, that worked. Nice. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. The hoosh pot. Okay, nothing with the spice crate because nobody is into danger. Ooh, boy. Need more fuel. Do need a lot more fuel. Alright, let's move on. Captain, I was surprised when you sent Ward my way, but he's taken to the job well. Call me Dr. Timmy Ward now, Captain. Well, you need a certificate for that first. But he's been a great help. Thank you, Captain. Well, it seems the young Ward has taken to his new calling. Never would have expected that boy to move into medicine. I suppose people can surprise you, Captain. Nice. I hope we get some more benefits later on. Captain, with the colony slaughtered... Oh no, I was... The man looks dismayed. Unable to complete my report. Shoot. Should have just gotten half of it. Shaw, any spare timber? Crew want me to carve up some totems. Totems? Aye, for good fortune on the ice. Some feel uneasy after what happened. A good idea, but I'm afraid we're out of timber. Shame. Cool, just kept the meat preserved. Okay, we need one more ourselves. No, we don't want that. Return. Alright, let's call for dinner. Crew have their meal. Dinner is shared and stories are traded. Alright. Can we actually get one every time? No. Unfortunately not. At camp you notice Kurt is instantly approaching Hammond. I should apologize for what happened this morning. You should or you want to. We shouldn't give into immaturity. We should be bigger. More mature, man. Alright, let's leave it at that. Not going to be starting on you again. Right. Good. Aye. The two shared a brief silence. You can be on your way now. Right, of course. The two return to their duties as you return to your own. Should have known this would happen. The chief was bound to fly off the handle eventually, eh? Aye. Can't say I feel bad for Mr. Darling anyway. That fight was something, wasn't it? Two jumped up egos, cracking under pressure, I imagine. You've never been in a fight, have you, Two Jones? No, nobody has ever tried to fight me. Not surprised, you're massive, but you wouldn't hurt to fly. You have been bothering my dogs for some time now. They're having fun. Are you shaken by the morning's events? That? I've covered much worse incidents in the city. Yes, but you could return home after that. Grant my dogs a rest. And grant one to yourself as well. The dogs need the rest. As do I, as do you. Captain, I've noticed a decline in my writings. At first I blamed the cold, then realized I would often drink coffee as I write. It's becoming more difficult to keep up the energy without it. You should get more sleep if you require energy. Easier said than done, Captain. I've often struggled on that front. I've been an insomniac for quite some time. Our current setting does little to assist. Content the furnace of Amyebentea night. Captain, you have a pen, don't you? There's something I need to write. Of course. I've been giving it a great deal of thought. I'm going to make sure we all make it back home. But if I don't, I want you to pass something on. Should I die, I want the ownership rights of my films divided up among my children. It will set them up for many years. Could you pass that on for me, Robin? I'd be honored to carry that out, if it comes to that. Thank you, Robin. I knew I could trust you. Good. How are we going? We got one engineer. We got a couple of scientists that we just don't need to do. Can we? No! Oh no. Please make another one. That was just stupid. They should get put in a confirmation that you really want to do it, like in everything else. Ah. Okay, well, I screwed that one up. That was massive. That was massive. Okay, speak to Kasha. Before I joined this expedition, I was concerned with how my report would be received. I'm certain the wreck makes for a more interesting story. But before that, it feels like interest in the great explorers is waning. Perhaps we can renew that interest. That's what I'm hoping for. I grew up on these tales. Don't know where I'd be without them. Others may not care these days, but they stick with me. I hope another child latches onto this story. Captain, I've made friends with this crew. Kasha, Kurt Jr., they've all treated me with kindness since I arrived. Sorry, I just had to say that out loud to someone I suppose it sounds awfully childish to brag about, doesn't it? Not at all. I'm happy for you, Arthur. Oh, thank you, Captain. I'm just happy I can admit something like that. It's kind of you to listen. How are we doing on him? Okay, that's good. Loyal to you, loyal to you. Loyal. Not that far away. But we've gained a little bit of loyalty there again. Loyal to Grimley. Yeah, not sure. Okay, we got those specialists. But we don't have them, who have the most of the crew behind them. We'll see. Can you believe the nerve of that Hammond fellow? He's lucky Kurt didn't just wallop him. Kurt could have handled it better, but Hammond is a prick, yes. Must retire for the evening. Okay, I think we've done all that. We screwed up with the medics. On the other hand, this gives us a lot of working people. So what are we doing with them? We could send them hunting, right? Maybe that's what we should do. 2. Here you go, guys. The crewmember will be wounded. Off you go. Let's do some more scouting. And even... we get so much research. I don't know what to do with this, though. Hunt the migrating adult penguins. They're locked. Emperor penguins are like the best, right now in terms of fuel and food. Maybe we get closer to that one? I don't know. How's the ice looking? It's moving. You go there. That's not big game hunting, right? Got that engineer, so you go in there as well. So we got us a lot of freezing people, but we can do something against that. Hopefully. Off you go. Right, let's do this. Crewmember will develop freezing. Crewmember will be cured of their malnourishment. We don't have any of those. We could go down, but then we take the decorum here, which we can't allow right now. Of crab eater seal. Here we go. Freezing. Week 17. 6 weeks at second camp. That hopefully was a good haul. I think so, at least. The furnace. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's grab that one. Right. Captain, about what happened last week. Sorry. Well, he tried. Are you just gonna keep standing there? Give us something to burn. Look, lock down camp and prepare for winter. Oh, okay. So we got a lot of freezing, so probably put in both of you? Right, what do we got? Freezing and wounded. They're all ready to go. That's good. Demoralization is gone. That's good as well. What do we got over here? Oh yeah, let's tend the dogs. How we doing here? 6 and 6, okay, medium-sized game. Oh, we'll get a couple of those. That's good. Yeah. Nice. Very nice. They're just the absolute lifesaver right now. Let's go in here. Anything else that happened? 5 crab eater seals. Nothing important there. Okay, let's take the requests. Well, hey, there aren't any. Good thing. Let's go on with that then. You ever get into a fight? Are you still thinking about last week? Well, have you? Once, back in my school days. What? Really? Well, I didn't intend to. I got dragged into one, somehow. How'd it go? Not well. I guess that much. Got anything for the hoosh? Absolutely. Still got that one here, huh? Leopard seal. We should have done the feast at the beginning. Kind of screwed that up. Alright. This is where it all continues to become a struggle. No way we can burn them. Well, let's do that. The definitely can't leave camp right now. Go looking for dinner. The crew have their meal. Dinner is shared and stories are traded. Well, there's a lot to check out. Hunting season seems to be winding down. It would seem we likely have a handful more weeks before the wildlife begins to clear up. Do you ever share your rations with the dogs? They do the hunting after all. Only right they reap some of the spoils. They have their own rations. I'm sure they prefer my cooking to that broth. You may try them. I won't stop you. Summer's winding down. We hunkering down soon? Still have a few more weeks to spare at this camp. You got close to Shaw quick. I was designated by our benefactor to be the second officer on this expedition. I'm simply doing my duty. Aye, sure. Hammond, a question. I told you I'm not getting quoted in your bloody report. Calm down, it's not about you. You've worked with Mr. Templeton before, yes? Regrettably. Do you happen to know his age? It wasn't listed in the records, and estimating based on appearance is difficult. He's younger than he looks, that's all I know. It's not that much. Doctor, good evening. Something on your mind? I was curious. You've been awfully quiet after, well, last week's scrap-up. Your visits have been scarce, and you've kept to your own at dinner. Well, I suppose I'm still licking my wounds, proverbially speaking. Last week's incident was something of an embarrassment. Well, I just wanted to check in, see if you were okay. I'll be fine. Just need to settle this damn pride of mine. Thank you, son. Doctor. Oh, you're welcome, I suppose. Captain, I've been looking over the contracts, and I feel an update should be made to your own. The work has far exceeded your pay scale as first made. Once we return to land, I will arrange it so that you receive Hunt's promised pay, in addition to your own. I'm honored, but that pay should be divided up among the crew. Among the crew? Well, your humility is admirable. Well, I shan't argue with your wishes. I'll arrange for it once we return to land. I'm certain the crew will be pleased. The dogs need their rest. I'm flattered, but I really ought to be getting some rest, Sean. Alright, everybody's hunkering down for the night. What happened here? Captain, I've made a decision. I know enough of these expeditions. There's no guarantee I will return home. My writings are inside a case alongside Dr. Notley's equipment. If the rest of you return to land without me, I want my writings to be published. Finished, unfinished, it doesn't matter. You will be returning home, Kasha. I won't be allowing the death of a civilian. I appreciate the sentiment, but we both know these things are out of our control. I'm only following this crew's story. It shouldn't die with me. Good evening, Captain. I escaped a talk with Kurt over dinner. He kept asking about my plans for the future. I didn't know what to say. Should be focusing on the present. Do you not have any plans? He's just trying to make conversation, Ozzy. You needn't overthink. Understandable. Now, most of all, we should be focusing on the present. Agreed. It's hard to think years ahead when we can barely look a week into the future. I hope I can answer properly in the future. That will be the first step of my plan. That's a good plan. So, what do we got? Oh, right. Hmm. Okay, what are we going to do now? We do have some scouts. Nice. Research. Finally. There you go. Finally, some more decorum. Not always the red one. Becomes brutally annoying. What do we got down there? I think we should go for these, right? They're all busy. Here we go. Emperor penguins. We need tons of them. Okay, and that's it, huh? Alright, let's move on. Okay. Fuel rations. One will become freezing anyway. Malnourished crewmen will develop freezing. Should keep sparing that, but we lose 10 again. Don't know when to ever regain that. But it's hard to keep all that food up. It's just so hard. We'll go for it anyway. With tons of freezing anyway, so try to keep to it. There's a lot of freezing. Okay, that isn't that bad, to be honest. Thought it would be more. Week 18. 7 weeks at second camp. -1 available crew. Wait, how's that? Mr. Templeton, would you happen to know if Kurt has any children of his own? I believe he does. Several. I understand his oldest son is a lecturer of natural histories at Gramford. Why do you ask? Well, I noticed he tends not to mention any family. It's hardly either of our business, Doctor. Right. Apologies for my curiosity. What are we waiting around for, Captain? Can't keep up like this much longer. Winter is coming in. We better cover up before the cold takes us. This might be the game changer for the winter now. I do hope that it's working like that. The furnace. Nice. Okay, it's just one freezing now. That is cavity. Wow, minus 42 degrees. Right. How about the stockpile? We got 7 of those, which is good. We got 1 of those, also good. 3 of those. Cure's freezing as well. Might just throw 1 of them in the furnace to get it done. Not sure what the fish is used for. Not have much use for that. Enter the request tent. Let's go on. No requests again. Kind of good with that. Getting some progress done. What else do we got? Feed the hoosh. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 40. We really burned through it, do we? Assign the crew for an interview. What are we going to do there? Gets us some decorum. Can we see who we put in there? As it just doesn't matter, maybe. All documented findings during your expedition, including pages of cautious report. Every 10 research brought home will prove success for the employer. Okay. Now we've done that. Call the crew for dinner. Yeah, let's go with that. The crew had their meal. Dinner is shared and stories are traded. Mr. Darling, it seems some of the crew have been curious regarding your family. Oh, is that so? How's your eldest? I recall him beginning to work at Grandford while I had one foot out the door. Henry, he's been having a whale of a time. Last I heard he was beginning to settle down, start a family. Perhaps he already has. I should speak to him again once we return. Something to look forward to. We've been preparing for winter all afternoon. How fares the engineers? Dick gives a silent nod. Good to hear. Here's to the cold being kind. So you say it's going to get colder from here? Indeed. We've been tracking the dates, and we've approached the end of summer. Winter is fast approaching. Shit, it's cold enough already. Yes, I dread what lies ahead of us. Well, maybe you're wrong. Maybe the weather will hold. It would be a mercy, but I rather doubt that. Oi, Junior. What is it, Runt? Crew were talking about us hiding under some canvas all winter. Is that true? We'll need to soon. Can't let ourselves get swallowed up in the snow. We've enjoyed the summer long as we can. Do we really have to? Not looking forward to waiting around in the cold, eh? No, I can. It's just, do we really have to? Yes, we do. Winter's here. Yes, the pack are eager to move to a new location. I'm afraid we will be staying put for quite a while. Here's hoping they can sit still for a few months. My dogs will manage. The crew, I have some faith they will as well. I'm worried about how our equipment keeps, more than anything. More so than the crew themselves. Losing our equipment dooms us all, your dogs included. A practical mind, it is rather appreciated. I thought you'd understand. Really ought to be getting some rest. Can't tend the furnace. Templeton? Must retire as well. Anybody in here? Doctor, did you happen to have a hobby of collecting insects as a child? As a matter of fact, I did. I grew up by the countryside, so I often prowled the forest before and after school. The prize of my collection was a stag beetle. I would show it off to anyone who inquired. Sadly, they only lived there for 7 years, just as I was growing out of the pastime. But why do you ask? No reason. I just had a suspicion. You seem the sort. I'll know better than to ask for elaboration. I need to finish developing these. Thanks for stopping by, though. Captain, there's something I want to ask of you. Something difficult. If I don't make it back to land, someone will have to tell my family. Face to face, not through a letter from the benefactor. And I want it to come from someone I trust. Could you? I'll do better. I'll ensure you see your family again. Thank you, but I can't hold you to that promise. Who knows what could happen out on the ice? I'm not going to allow you to carry that burden for my sake. Right. Let's feed the furnace, that is, huh? There's not much left, to be honest. This is dangerous. Ah, Christ. Crab eater seals. They were 6 and 6, but without any wounded. Ooh. Two. Leopard seal. Despite how many are signed, the crewman will be wounded. Definitely going after that. So we got those all out. What could we do though? Don't have any scouts left. We've got tons of crew. Wait, what can we do if we go over here? It's 1, 2, 3. We got those left. Well, we could go and do some more of the cooking, maybe. Maybe that would be a thing. Let's go check that out. We need 2, right? So you go ahead. Don't know if we might need it. We could leave that right now. We still got some dogs. So maybe you here? Like that? Right, off you go. Whew. All right. We go down 1 here. Can't go any further. Don't know how to do this. 66. All right, here we go. 3 leopard seals, crab eaters. Here comes in the freezing. Start next week. Week 19. 8 weeks at second camp. Right. And on that spot, it is time to end for now. Yeah, really looking forward to see what the winter will bring. I hope it is a wise choice to not touch that right now and just get 1 every day. And we might have that stockpile for the whole winter to just pick from. That's the big assumption, and hopefully it pays off in the end, so we don't use that up before actually getting to the big winter. But yes, snow is again settling in, and it will be very, very dangerous. All right, that's it. Thank you all very much. See you on the next one.